Surprise! Just kidding. I'm gonna film my intro for my waxing video. My pompadour is so big, like I'm not even in like... Hey guys, welcome to my corner of the internet. Today I'm gonna show you guys how I wax my eyebrows. I have been waxing professionally since 2014, 2013, something like that. I have worked for two major waxing companies, and these are just things that I've learned from beauty school and those two companies that I've learned from. Just a disclaimer, please, if you're going to wax yourself, be very, very careful because things can go bad really fast. And I mean fast. But again, I wax myself all the time. I only wax my underarms, my eyebrows, and my Brazilian. I am not a very hairy person. People always kind of have made fun of me over it, but here we are. Let's get started with the video. Alright, so I think this is the closest I can get you guys without like knocking over my camera or anything. So my eyebrows are permanently makeup in. I don't know how to say it, but I have permanent makeup eyebrows, so as you can tell, like, I don't have hair there, and it's fading, and it is what it is. So I like to brush up my hair, and I get a cotton round, or cotton square. This has grapeseed oil on it, and I'm just gonna wipe once. And this is gonna put a barrier between my skin and the wax. I have a lower chance of lifting skin, so that's really important. And for those of you who don't have permanent makeup eyebrows and you're a beginner, get something like, this is a lip liner. I couldn't find my white eyeliner pencil, so go ahead and draw out the shape that you want. Unless you're really good at like picturing your eyebrows on like the shape that you want and you're good at laying out the wax, like that comes with time. But when I was in beauty school, that's what I did. I pushed up all of my brow hairs and then go ahead and just draw out the shape. And I'm only doing this for tutorial purposes, but obviously I don't have to do that. So everything from below that line is where you will apply the wax. I don't know. So from there down, and I do have Asian eyebrows, obviously, where I get hair right down here. So I'm going to be pulling wax down a little further than like somebody who wasn't Asian. So yeah. So again, make sure you push up all your hairs. My eyebrow hairs don't really push up, and I don't really have that much brow hair. You can use whatever you prefer. I prefer little sticks like these. These are cuticle pushers. These are wooden cuticle pushers. One end's like that, and then one end is like that. I like to put wax on this end, and then I like to pull in hairs with this end, and I'll show you guys how that's done. So I got a little ball of wax there. Focus. And I'm gonna just go ahead and lay wax. And I'm gonna get really close to that line. And if you have long eyebrows like me, you don't have to get all of it at one time. And I know I had like a good ball of wax on, but it's just so I can spread it through. Okay, so the wax is spread through, and then with this, let's see, with this pointy end, I'm gonna grab the hairs from here and pull them in. Alright, so you can tell I pulled in some hair, put this down, and then go ahead and put the wax strip down. And this is the most important part. When you pull, you want to hold the skin taut here and pull parallel to the skin, not like up like this, but parallel and close and quick, like that. If I had no cash to spend. All right. So some people do one eyebrow and then the other eyebrow, but to get them as symmetrical as you can, because your face is sisters, not twins, you want to do the same thing over here and draw the same shape as you did here to this one. And again, for tutorial purposes, I'll do it again. And then I'll prep this eyelid. Still has grapeseed oil on it. You don't need a lot. And if you feel like there's too much, the wax will roll right off, and that's how you know you have too much. And honestly, just like one swipe over is fine. If you have too much, just get another cotton round and then just wipe some of it off like that. So draw the same line, the same shape as you did on this side to this side. So I drew this one a little thicker, but see, there's hairs like down there that I'm gonna have to grab, but it's fine because I already know, because I drew the shape obviously. And for me, I like a little bit more wax on my wax stick compared to other people. If I forget we had plans, when I feel like breaking down. And I pulled mine down a little lower because I had hair there. So again, with the tip, I'm gonna pull in the hairs that I want. And I know some people are like, why'd you go so low on your lid, blah, blah, blah. Again, I have hair there. So, and normal people would have eyeliner on or makeup on during waxing. But I didn't want you guys to have to stare at my stupid face without makeup. So, here we are. So, you don't have to go over it that many times as I have. But when you put the wax on, make sure you're flattening with the growth of the hair. And then when you hold taut, hold really taut, and then quick and parallel to the skin in the opposite direction of the hair growth. So like that, and then there you go. So then go back to your other eye. If you're very hairy on your forehead, you don't want to wax up here because you'll have a mark of demarcation. It'll be like hair and then it'll be clean here. So I wouldn't recommend you waxing here if you have a hairy forehead, but I'm not a hairy person, so I don't have issues with that. So then go ahead with your spoolie and brush all your hair down. You'd be there to hold my hand. Just in my head. And then just wax the tops. And this will sharpen out your brow shape. I know some people don't like waxing the tops or whatever, but I like to wax the tops just because I feel like it gives it a cleaner and like sharper look to your brows. So for this one, you can just like use a normal popsicle stick. See, it's just like a normal stick. I like to break them in half because they're so long. And I will put it on one side of the stick just like that. And do a nice spread. Pull me back to bed, oh, oh, when I feel like I got nothing left. I got you. Like that. And if you have longer eyebrows like I do, you could have broken it up, like where you just spread wax here and the spread wax here. But because I've been waxing my brows for so long, I already know how I like to do it. So just where the wax is like this, make sure you go with, hold very taut and parallel. And do you see I didn't get close enough there? That's fine, it's okay. The same wax strip, but so the wax is on this side. I'm just gonna make sure I get wax on that side. Get closer to the wax. Sorry guys, I can't see how close I'm getting to the wax because I'm looking through the viewfinder. Oh, sorry, wrong way. Spread this way and parallel. There we go. Oh, I got you. Oh, 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 oh. I got when I feel like I got nothing left. I got you. I got you. I might fuck up, make So for me, I have a lot of space here. I don't know, some people it's like closer, some people it's further. You could do either break it up into 2 sections or just one. I like to break it up into 2. Again, I'm just gonna get a normal wax stick. Hold taut, down. And now you have 2 eyebrows. Okay, so my skin's very sensitive. I'm probably gonna welt up here in a second, and I get really red. I stay red for a long time. But again, if you don't know how close you wanna go up here, always measure like from your nose, you know, the whole but yeah. And then I have some witch hazel here, spray it on another cotton pad. And this is gonna cool the skin. Not cool the skin, but like soothe the skin. And now you have fresh brows. If you have longer brows, like my brows are really short, so I have nothing to trim. Like I really have nothing to trim. See? Yeah. Now my brows are fresh. It's so embarrassing. Okay. I did my right arm, but then I wasn't filming. So this is what my underarms are. Go ahead and prep just like earlier, grapeseed oil. So I haven't gotten laser or anything. This is just how hairy my underarms get. But if you look, my hairs grow up, and some of them look like they're going down, but if you look at the root, some of them go up. Most of them go up. So get your popsicle stick or your wooden stick, whatever you want to call it. Put it on one side. I like to twirl it so like the wax doesn't go everywhere. Spread up. I think I got it all. Okay, this is a lot harder trying to film it than, yeah. And then place the wax strip. So since I spread up, I'm gonna pull down. And because I'm waxing myself, I can't hold taut. So here we are. So go parallel and quick. Just like that. And I got it. Again, guys, I haven't waxed trying to film this video. And then if you get wax residue, the grapeseed oil will pull it right off, or your witch hazel. So with your witch hazel, you go in and you do a little wipety wipe. Oh, sorry. And then we're done. And that's how you wax your underarms. So I did this one earlier, and I used my left hand. So yeah. If it's your first time waxing, just go a lot lower than you would originally think, and then like go back and tweeze, I guess, until you get really, really confident with it. And another thing that's important is don't go over the same spot more than once or twice. And if you're going to go over the spot again, make sure you put more barrier between it. So like there's this, you know, that there's a barrier between the skin and the wax, so you're not lifting skin. You have a higher chance to lift the more times you go over the skin. And I know most people like hard waxes because you can go over the skin up to 3 to 4 times. It's up to you guys. Your underarms. And so your underarms, normally your hair grows up and down and then they grow in together. So if you have the underarm hairs that kind of grow in like this, the best way to make that, the easiest way to wax that is obviously prep the skin again with your grapeseed oil or whatever you're using. And if your hairs go like this, spread the wax up with the growth of the hair. And then let's say right here is where it starts to grow down. Go ahead and spread the wax up and then pull it this way. Pull it kind of to the side, but not too much to the side. And then grab your wax paper and put it up like this and pull down, and then you should get majority of your hair. So then now all of this hair is gone, and then you have this one, and then you'll just do the same. This go down with the growth of the hair, and then away, and then soothe the skin with soothe your skin with either, you know, your witch hazel or your rose water or whatever you like to use to soothe your skin. Some people just use lotion too, so it's up to you. But again, my underarms has like 4 pieces of hair. They do grow in like kind of slightly different directions because I have so little hair on my underarms, I just normally go up and then down, and then it gets it. So, but if for those who's like where it intertwines like this, just break it into smaller sections and you'll get your sections off. But what I always recommend to people is if you're gonna go in sections, like work on the bottom half first and then get the top half, instead of doing like bottom top bottom top bottom top. That's just more stressful. Just get the bottom and then get the top, or get the top first and then the bottom, whatever you want to work it with. But I also know people who work with hard wax who are like, oh, F it, like who cares if the hair grows like this? They'll just slap on the wax and just pull the opposite direction of how they put on the wax, and they say it gets it all off. I've tried that technique before and it was a nightmare. Like it was nice because, like, let's say I brushed up with the hair and I went down, the hair, the bottom part came off because I went up and then went the opposite directions, but the top hair was still there, and like chunks of the wax was like stuck in my hair, and I was like, great, that was like the worst idea and the worst thing someone's ever told me. But I guess like for some people, why am I still like this? But I guess some people it gets all like the hairs off, even if it's like intertwined like this. So anyways, don't forget to tap that subscribe button and that notification bell because we upload every Tuesdays and Fridays, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.